The shack's getting a little bit of a revamp today, and while I'm working on it, I thought I might as well address a little point that came up in the Q&A. So, artist asked the question, what is your most challenging cook? And to that I answered Christmas dinner. Now, I think that might have been a little bit maybe off-putting to most people, because it's not that it was a challenging dish or a challenging cook, it was merely that it was a nervous one. So I didn't want to leave that there. I thought I'd elaborate on it a little bit more, because I don't want that putting you off. If you're considering doing it and you're maybe thinking that I had problems with it, so you're maybe just going to leave it, that is not what I want. That's not the aim of the game. So while I am redoing the shack, I thought we'd talk over a few tips on if you are planning to do your Christmas dinner this year on your barbecue. So I kind of feel that Christmas dinner has become one of those meals that we put too much pressure on ourselves to get right. The funny thing is, at the end of the day, you're using the exact same cooking techniques. The ingredients aren't that far out there. Fair enough, we'll do a few more trimmings with it, but essentially it's just a roast dinner. So it just seems odd to me that we put so much pressure on it. Now, we have family coming round to the house, and we tend to spend quite a lot of money on Christmas dinner, so we don't want to mess it up, obviously. But sometimes I think we just need to chill out and realise that we have cooked this way 100 times before. We know how to roast the chickens, we know how to roast a turkey, and we know how to set up our barbecues. We've used them 100 times before. They work the exact same way on Christmas Day, believe it or not. Even though it might be a bit colder and you get strange looks off your neighbours, but never worry about them. So I think we just need to stop putting so much pressure on ourselves to get it right. It's the same cooks we've always been doing, it's just on a different day and there's more people around at the house. That's it. So this year will actually be my third year cooking Christmas dinner on the barbecue. First year I did the turkey on the gas and the ham on the charcoal, and then the 2 years after that, then the turkey was done on the charcoal and the ham was done on the smoker. I think I've maybe said this before. So I still remember the first year I did it, I was super nervous. I didn't know if everything was going to go to plan. We had people around at the house, didn't know if it was going to go on time. So there's a few things I learnt, so we're going to pass them on. So I have a few tips for you now that might help you if you're doing it for the first time. And these are things that I've learnt along the way. Come on! So tip number one is to plan as much as you can ahead of time. So that involves writing out your recipes, whatever you're cooking, buying all your ingredients well ahead of time. You don't want to be running around on Christmas Eve looking for something. So buy them all well ahead of time. Things that can keep for a long time, get them a week or two early. Make sure you have everything in the store cupboard that you need. Then, if you have to, then plan out your steps. So if you know there's a few things you have to do in order and certain times you need to get them on at to get them ready, write those down, and even if you have to, set alarms for them or reminders on your phone, so whenever they pop up. Things can get a little bit crazy on Christmas Day, so you don't want to be relying on remembering or watching the clock. So add reminders to your phone that tells you when things have to go on or off the barbecue. Okay, tip number 3 is preparation. You want to get all your ingredients ready the night before. Anything that you can prepare before that, if you have certain sauces or seasonings you can mix up, then do that maybe a few days beforehand. But get everything ready. If there's things that need chopped up and they'll keep overnight in the fridge, then do it on Christmas Eve. Anything that needs weighed out or measured, do it the day before and put it into little tubs or keep it in ramekins. That way on Christmas Day, whenever it comes to cooking, you have everything to hand, and whenever something has to go in, you're not running around looking for something to weigh it on or measure it with. That one step alone with any of your cooks makes a massive difference, so definitely on Christmas Day is one thing that will take a lot of the stress out of it. So my third and final tip would then be timing. Now what that means is, we've already talked about planning out when things need to go on and have to come off, but what I mean by timing is plan how much time you need and then start an hour earlier. Christmas Day is one of them days where everything runs away with you. Somebody arrives at the house and you have to go and say hello to them and do the pleasantries, so allow yourself that extra time. Get up early in the morning. I'm sure if you have kids you're well used to that, but up early in the morning, light the coals, get the food on. Those big joints, so the turkey and the ham, they will hold really well. You can wrap them up in foil, put a couple of heavy towels over them and into a cool box, and they'll hold for up to a couple of hours at a good temperature. So don't be panicking too much about being ready too early. Things like that can hold, and then while they're holding over, you can get all the sides and veg and potatoes ready. But apart from that, just relax. It's just one more cook on your barbecue. It is no different to ones that you've done before. You just need to relax yourself into it and enjoy it, because at the end of the day, it's only food. Yeah, I think we're done. If the tips in today's video weren't quite enough to convince you to give it a go, I'm happy to announce that we're going to do a small Christmas series on the channel, and I've actually teamed up with my local butcher, Hillstown Farm Shop. So they're local to me, they're where I buy all my meat from, but they actually deliver to the whole of Northern Ireland. So if you're in good old Northern Ireland, then you can get your meat from them. You can check out their website. I'll leave links below in the description for it. But they are going to provide all the meat, and we're going to show you how to prepare your turkey and get it into a brine the night before. Then we're going to show you how to roast your turkey on Christmas Day, how to do your Christmas ham. We're going to do a pretty killer sausage meat stuffing, and then we have some goose fat roasties and a few roast veg. So all the trimmings you'll need for your Christmas dinner. We're going to go through them all in a 5-part series. Those videos will start coming out on the 3rd of December, and they'll run for about 2 weeks. I'm going to release a few of them each week. So if you're not subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell so you get notified whenever they start to come out. I'm really looking forward to doing them. I've done my Christmas dinner, like I say, for 3 years, and I've loved it every year. It really adds a nice flavour to your Christmas dinner. I'm quite a traditionalist. I'm not into smoking turkeys. They're just going to be roasted in a good old traditional way. So even if you don't want to do it in the barbecue, you might still pick up some tips that you can use in the house. But I hope you give it a try in the barbecue. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next episode.